Herbivore. Hello.
Hey.
How's the light? Pretty good if you ask me.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
How are you all doing? Happy Friday. It's good to see you all.
How you all doing?
Eliza's here. Check out her channel. She's the best one. Brandon Lewis. Vegan Metalhead. Vegeta. General Vegeta. He's here. General Jacques. How you doing? I nearly got to have a go with your Minecraft skins today, except I was installing Windows 11 and then that sort of went weird and took precedence and then I didn't get the chance. But I did have a look at your landing page. It looks very cool. I can see that there's your artwork. Beverly Meldrum is in the hizzy. Andre, video lighting and colour quality looking great lately. Thank you. Yeah, little tweaks. Some of them from you, so thank you. Callum's in the hizzy. General Half Greek. I'm not late this time. Woohoo! Aranda Lewis, guess what I discovered?
Your Patronus.
Your Patronus. Jinx. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, we spend too much time together.
Seppo Hilden. Hi, I'm only here for the intro song. Just kidding. I'm 8 months on a vegan diet and I feel good.
Yeah.
I knew that you would. So good. Bam, bam, so good. Because I got you. Bam, 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 bam. Woo!
Sorry about how loud.
Sorry, neighbours.
That was everyone.
And where in the world are you? How's the vegan scene? And are you eating like a kind of predominantly whole foods diet, or are you just eating any old junk? But that's so much better than eating dead bodies that you still feel good. Let us know.
And did you know you were going to get breaking out in song, Paul singing tonight? Did you know?
I certainly didn't.
Yeah.
Joe King in the house. JB001, Game Crash, might as well hang around. Ranked Father Tough Guy. Good old Priya's there. Oh, my phone's not on silent.
Oh.
What? I had that delivery, you simpletons. You just can't get the stuff. Gregory Buttocks, that is a delightful name.
You like the word buttocks, don't you? Makes you laugh in that meditation when...
oh yeah, well he says it weird. Buttocks.
In his American accent. You laugh out loud and we're trying to relax and meditate and be all silent, and then I hear him laughing.
How are you, Gregory Buttocks? Where in the world are you? How's it going? And I hope you're not having a bum time of it. Beverly, hi to yourself and your beautiful girlfriend. I'd like to know, please, how to get more B12 and vitamin D into my son. He's put on 3 stone on with psychosis meds that were broken upstairs a few weeks ago. Bless him. Yeah, so that's just really a supplement for those two. Well, in the summer months, you can just get it through your skin, obviously, with the action of the sun.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
If like he doesn't want to take tablets, like you could get a tincture. The Vivo one's a tincture, and you could put it in a drink.
Oh yeah, link below for the Vivo Life tincture. Just goes under the tongue, or you could just put it in a drink or whatever. You wouldn't even know that was in there necessarily.
Yeah, if the problem.
Well, not the beat. The D3, then I'd put it in a smoothie or something. Andre, Brian Shaw's diet is ridiculous. Yep, it's criminal that someone totally spreading saying what he eats to thousands of viewers. Got to be every influencer like you, so calling him out. Thank you so much. How amazing that he is the world's strongest man, and he's eating freaking Rice Krispies treats and like
little cheesecake bites. And
cheesecake
the amount of salt he
bites.
put on everything. Wow, I couldn't believe it. I thought that when I was looking at it, I was thinking, that's not salt, is it? Surely not.
As I said in the video, I appreciate these people need to eat a lot of calories, but you can get a lot of calories from healthy food, like nuts and seeds, nut and seed butters.
I was thinking, yeah, very true. And I was thinking about the salt again. Like, he was putting that on his, what was he having, bison or whatever for each meal. I was thinking, does he have to put that much salt on in order to get it down? Because, you know, I remember that your diet was very repetitive. You ate, like, a lot of the same animal
A lot of
foods
chickens.
just all the time.
Poor chickens.
You have to put a load of plants, you know, sauce and salt on it just to get it down you when you trying to eat a load of it, because you just don't want it, do you? You know?
No.
Oh, hi. Sorry, mate. Was I ignoring you?
Yeah, your poor old son, though. That's just going back to what Beverly was saying. Put on 3 stone. Yeah, with the meds do that, don't they? Oftentimes. Bless. Yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah.
JB was playing Remnant from the Ashes on the co-op. Sounds like fun. Anchorad is here. Sergeant Anchorad, subscribe to her.
Hi.
Emmanuel's in the hizzy. Gemma, any recipes for oil-free pesto?
Oil-free pesto.
I guess you could do like a walnut base, could you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that I've made much at all. I don't think pesto. It's usually like oil, and then it's like herbs, isn't it? Like basil, maybe what's the arugula again? Rocket, things like that. So yeah, walnuts and some little liquid to,
Loosen.
to loosen it. Yeah, I can't tell you I've specifically got a recipe, but I appreciate the suggestion, and I think I'll have a look into that. Maybe we'll do something in a vlog. I'll do like a pesto pasta or something.
Super chat. Roku, thank you very much for a very generous $2 super chat. A snack for Cowboy. Oh, and thanks for your email, by the way. I didn't get a chance to reply. Was it a link for that Dr. Mike? I didn't get a chance to check out his video yet because I've been working on the Brian Shaw video of late, but I will give that a look, and that's a possible response. So thank you for that. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. I'll try and get Cowboy up to say hi, and thanks if she'll... Oh, she wants to come up here.
Do you want to come up there? Up. Yeah, up. Come on then.
Not making it
He's
easy.
not letting me. He's tricky.
Here you go, I'm just trying to put you up here, look. Here he is. Do you want to meow into the microphone?
Cowboy. What about if I nip his bum? He normally doesn't meow. Are you okay, mate? Anyway, he's on there. I can't read the screen now. I can't read the screen, Cowboy. Oh, God. You're going to push the monitor over. This is a bad day in hell.
Oh, no, let him stay. He wants to be where we are. I think that's very cute.
Take a photo of him.
Does anyone else have any companion animals who like to be with you wherever you are? I think it's really cute.
I can't see what I'm reading. Beverly, he was sweating out of breath. His heart went fast, walking 10 minutes. Doctor said he's not used to moving, and his heart hadn't pumped blood around his head. Can I gently get his health improved, please? So obviously, like a healthy, whole foods, plant-based diet is key, and yeah, just general exercise. We can all, some of us are very, very unfit, but we can all just do a little bit from where we are. And the point is, like, say you were like started from ground zero, maybe you just do like a 5-minute, very gentle walk. Yeah. And next week you do 6 minutes, and on a daily basis or whatever.
Amazing how quickly that will build up if you're consistent.
Yeah, and the point is to just try to do a little bit more, but don't do so much that it's too painful and uncomfortable and you don't recover. Just ease into it, basically. And as we get fitter, lighter, it starts to get enjoyable, and at that point we normally fall in love with it. That's been my experience anyway.
I think when you're recovering your health, it's not the time to push yourself too hard.
Yeah.
I think like there is a real time for pushing beyond the point that feels comfortable. Like for people who are generally in like good health at that time, I think that's great to push yourself. But yeah, I think anyone recovering their health, that's really not the time to over push things. Yeah, like you were saying, just like real slow and steady. And certainly for me, like recovering my health with my thyroid, like I noticed that I had this almost like intolerance to exercise for a lot of years, and if I push myself a bit too far one day, I might just about get away with it, but then I might spend 2 days being fatigued from it, so it just wasn't worth it. So I really learned to slow right down and just do what was like comfortable and not push it too fast, and that really honestly is the quickest way to make progress.
George Hampton, early bird saves the worm. I like that. Rachel Belts, I don't use cashews because of the way they're harvested. What other nut is good for creams and sauces?
Ooh, tahini. would be my first
Sesame
thought
seeds.
for sure.
Yeah.
I made a recipe for the new cookbook Speedy Vegan, a mac and cheese that is made with was that sunflower seed? Yeah.
Sunflower seeds.
Yeah, sunflower seed mac and cheese I called it. Just because sunflower seeds are so nutritious and so great for vitamin E, which you can be a little lower on if you're eating a lower fat diet. So like to get some of those in, you know, here and there. And yeah, so any nut or seed really. I wouldn't recommend like using Brazil nuts as like for a sauce, because you use quite a few and then you can easily eat too many in a day and have too much selenium. But any other nut really can make a creamy dressing. I think
Nibble nobbies, that's nobby.
probably the closest thing I'd think to like a creamy sauce that would be the same might be tahini, perhaps. If you're thinking specifically like sauces like salad dressings, that kind of thing, I would always go for tahini.
So Mindful and Race Leaver in the Hizzy, good to see you guys.
His cat's still here. He likes it up here.
Oh.
It's nice.
Dan Van Meurs in the Hizzy, thank you for increasing your Patreon pledge, Dan. You're very kind. Did I say hello to General Half Greek? I can't remember. Randon, have you tried bean smoothies? Do you have any recipes? Yeah, I've put white beans in smoothies before in place of protein powder. So I would just put in some dates for sweetness, some kind of other fruit to give it some flavour. So berries or tropical fruit, something like that. Flax and chia seeds are good because you need them ground. You need the omega-3s. You can put in a bit of oats if you want some long burning energy.
I think in our Where Do You Get Your Protein cookbook, I believe there's a smoothie recipe in there, which is pretty much what he just said really, but that's got cannellini beans. I think they're a great bean to put in smoothies because they don't have a very strong taste, and they yeah, like they're white. They wouldn't make the smoothie like a strange colour or anything. So yeah, we've got a recipe in that book for one. And I'm sure on the channel, at least like a few times, you've put beans in smoothies, haven't you, in vlogs and stuff?
Yeah.
So I'm about to find something.
We're miles behind.
Oh.
Oh, mind you, smash the not question, so I'll probably rip through it. Just looking for questions. Poison Botanist, happy Friday to you. Jano's in the Hizzy from Finland. How's it going?
Oh, good.
Dildo Machine. That's Andre again. He's been sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
Hey everyone, help me out. I'm doing a monthly artist Q&A video and I need some questions for the first month. Ask me anything. Right, so you go over to Doodle Machine. Axe away. Sergeant Mayon's in the Hizzy. General Johnston, good to see you as well. Thanks, Rebel Vegan, for watching that. Yeah, he's a bit of a funny one, isn't he?
You probably want everyone to go and check that out, don't you?
Do check it out. Please play it in a different tab if you're able. That'll help the algorithms. TH101, even though does your cookbook contain low-calorie recipes for cutting as well as calorie-dense recipes?
So, well, I'd say like sort of the two books that are currently out, the Where Do You Get Your Protein, I'd say might be better for cutting. The desserts book has got lower calorie recipes, but there's a lot of ones that are more decadent with more nuts and dried fruit, which are more calorie dense, so probably not so ideal for cutting most of the recipes in the desserts book. So the protein book would be much better. And the new book, Speedy Vegan, that's, yeah, just a load of like, you know, typical meals that you could easily adjust things like the amount of the grain you serve it with, that kind of thing. So that would
work well.
And all the books have the full macros in there, so you can fit it into your, you know, your kind of needs. Yeah, we haven't specifically done a book about like diet recipes. I've considered that for the next one. I did like a poll on Facebook, and I think more than that, people wanted recipes that were suitable for families, but I'm not sure about doing that because I don't feel like I have enough experience with it. So I don't know. I don't know what the next book will be. Watch this space.
After Greg getting their Apple Watch, hoping there'll be a swift kick in the motivation department. I'm not doing as much as I should. Yeah, I'm sure that will help. Why don't you join our Facebook group if you haven't already? Hench Herbivore community. Post some goals in there and some stats and keep everyone updated.
I wish more people would do that in the group. I really do. Yeah, I'd love to like spur some people on and see people's progress with their goals and stuff. Yeah.
Dr. Mike did a blood test. That'll be interesting. I'll be able to say I told you so over and over again. Aye, Priya bought our desserts back. Aye, thank you, lovely.
Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you. And loads of people have pre-ordered the new cookbook, Speedy Vegan. So thank you so much to everyone that has done that as well.
Jennifer Summit is in the hizzy with her cool dog. Andre, what are some of your top performing videos of all time?
It's so random, some of them, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's a top few, like a handful, that is so random. We tried to replicate those, and we just couldn't get other ones to perform as well. So it's more like the ones, not the top few. It's more like the ones under that you can really look to see the theme of what's popular on our channel. Isn't the top few like that Aldi? Oh.
Yeah, so the top one is vegan in for a shock at Aldi, 229,000K.
We did loads of other hauls and they didn't do anything like that.
That was just a random shopping trip, and we just took the camera at the last minute. How to plan vegan bodybuilder meals, 216K. Chickpea and quinoa burgers for some reason did really well, 179K. And then it's just basically response videos. Oh, and a random B12 injection video. Other than that, all response videos. Yeah, all response.
You guys like a good old response to something.
Yeah, so.
It's mad, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Great question.
I think we like doing the vlogs the most, don't we? But the videos that get the most views is the more contentious kind of stuff. So there you go. That's why we do both of those.
Vegan Mooncat. Subscribe to him. He's great. General Mooncat's in the house. Beverly. He was vegan, then hospital for them cheese. No, he's not vegan. Oh, okay. That's not very good, is it?
Yeah.
So you go to a place to get well, and then they feed you the foods that are the major cause of death in the West. What a bunch of bellends.
Yeah.
Super chat. Nigel UK very generously donated $5 UK. Thank you so much, my friend. That's very kind. Last year I used resistance bands. How do you rate them for muscle building compared to conventional weights? I don't really. I don't.
What about someone new who's not done any training before and...
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think once you've done a really hard training session, maybe tack them on the end to get a bit of an extra burnout. But nah, I don't really rate them. They're better than nothing. I feel like there's more just trying to maintain what you've got really once you're at a decent level though. Yeah, no, I don't like them. I don't like it. They're good for warming up with. They're better than nothing. But do you know what I mean? How many bodybuilders do you know who use resistance bands versus lift weights and use standard machines? So I think that tells you something. Corp J UK. Did you guys watch Eating Our Way to Extinction yet? No, that's a bit of a sore point. We got invited to the green carpet event, but we couldn't make it, so we were a bit gutted. We wanted to go to the premiere, but yeah, we haven't had a chance to see it. No, General Langley, hello to you. Anchorhead's telling us how cute Fudge is, following them around the back garden, putting his paws up on the door when he wants to come back in.
It's nice when you feel wanted by an animal, isn't it, when they choose you.
Dan, don't add nutritional use if you don't want oil. It'll suck up whichever liquid's in, and you're using oil. Okay, rock hard. Yep, that's definitely a thing.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Oh, did I take my? I didn't take my.
We were out
CBD,
walking.
did I?
You kept snoozing it. We were doing a walk.
I haven't taken my CBD oil.
Shall I read the next question ad?
Yeah.
Beverly is sending us some love for some reason. Thank you for that.
I like it.
Entropy Theory is saying, hey Hench, what do you think is an acceptable flux in weight from day to day? Acceptable? Like what's normal?
Well, through the course of a day, I'll put on 5 pounds, which I'll have lost by the next morning. So that's like natural. It's like whatever the weight of your food is, like whatever's left in the intestines, and then glycogen and the water, that 3 parts water to 1 part glycogen, which it binds. If you're like a serious bodybuilder, in terms of like morning, like weighing, like it don't want to be hardly any different ever. Well, you might want to be going up a few grams if you're gaining, or going down if you're cutting. But if you're really scientific and got a handle on things, it shouldn't really be changing very much. So it depends where you're at.
Turn the music up a little tiny touch. Yeah. Nice.
Beverly's cat is called Cosmo. I think our neighbour's dog is called Cosmo as well. They got a new dog.
We hear him trying to dig through the
Sounds like he was trying to dig through our ceiling last night, but we didn't mind. Michael Lawless, which protein powder would you recommend for the gym? Thanks, Hench. I mean, any of them will do the job. Vegan powders are just as efficacious as non-vegan, as proven by a study out of Brazil recently. I linked it in my last video if you want to check it out. If you want my recommendation for what I think is the best, I like Vivo Life. There's actually a link below for 10% off if you use my discount code, because I'm a brand ambassador with those guys. It's the best quality. It's organic ingredients. Third-party tested for over 500 contaminants. Super digestible, absorbable. It seems to benefit me over other powders that I've tried. Seems to,
worse than a
which I never thought I would say.
Yeah, it's nothing worse than a protein powder that upsets your guts, is it?
Yeah, most of them do. Particularly like whey and
They have
whatever.
a lot of,
You're not a baby cow, man.
And a lot of their packaging is biodegradable, which I think is amazing, because
yeah, they're doing all the good things.
And they plant trees when you place orders, all that great stuff. They're really good people. And I know you guys only get 10% off if you use the code the first time, but if you ever use that link to buy anything else from them, supplements, then it does benefit us. So thanks if anyone does.
Yeah, it does fund our work, so thank you so much. Anchorad, we love all of your books and can't wait for the next one. Thank you. We'll send you that, because you've got the course, haven't you? So that's part of the bundle.
Yeah, good point. Anyone that's got our nutrition course, you'll be sent that new book for free, because we thought, let's put that as part of the bundle for the course, just to make it even more valuable. And we figure like it's a great book for people who want to succeed on a whole foods plant-based diet. I think it's like the other 2 books we've got are really great. This one I think makes it really well rounded, the 3, how to cook really healthy, quick meals. So we put it in there, and we thought, well, if anyone's already bought the course, we don't want them to have missed out on that. So check your emails, like sort of early to mid-November sometime, and we will send it out to you. Should I email you the first few pages, the mock-up that we've had, so we can show everyone of the new cookbook in a bit? I'm really excited.
Oh, super chat. Jason Bravo, you generous soul. $9.99 on the super chats. Thank you so much. Getting the hang of using water or applesauce to cook buckwheat pancakes and French toast. Any recommendations on how to cook waffles, since it's harder to scrape from a waffle iron?
Yeah,
that's not something we've ever tried.
I've never owned a waffle iron, so I'm not really too expert on that. Do you get ones that are non-stick? Or are they just all the same? Or
are they all super stick? Yeah, I wouldn't know. If you were determined to keep that in, like I would say maybe like a 1 cal spray oil, like it's not going to do too much harm.
How do people normally do? What do they normally do?
Oil, I guess.
Just oil them up. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know, to be honest. It's not something I've ever owned. So sorry we can't be of more help. And Yeah, oftentimes, like, you need such a minimal amount. If you get one of those, like, diffuser bottles, like 1 cal or whatever, not optimal, but probably on the grand scheme of things, it's such a minuscule amount, it's not going to make any clinical, like, odds. And thank you so much for the generous super chat. That's amazing.
I'm just reading some article. I just thought I'd Google it, and someone's saying they discovered that nobody makes a non-stick waffle iron. I don't know if that's true, but that's just the first thing I've come across. That's a shame, isn't it?
Zosmanovic's in the hizzy. Oh, yeah, that is a shame. Yeah, I know. I'm going to my parents convinced to change her diet to strict vegetarian. I'm not sure what we're referring to here. I think she said some time ago that she has checked e-codes. Is that comment aimed at me or someone else? And if it's aimed at me, what are you on about? Because I'm not quite sure. Race Lever, what is your worst performing video? I've actually got no clue.
Oh no, don't look at that.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Don't make yourself think about what's not doing well.
What do I need to press? Videos, sort by most, but then I've got to go, no, this will take too long on stream because I've got to trawl through like 1,000 odd, and that's actually not loading them all in. I don't know is the
Probably
answer.
some of the really old ones from when you first started out, when you didn't have a following, maybe.
Maybe if you go on my page and sort from oldest uploads to newest, that you'll probably see a few low performing ones. Ammonia Mud Hemp is in the house. What up?
That's an interesting name.
Yeah. Allium, hi Hench, you may want to do a response video to Bart K. I would never want to do a response video to that toddler. You've put scientist in brackets, but I think you meant to put angry toddler who has attacked you. Yeah, I know. I am well aware, I'm afraid, of our friend Mr. Fart K. To use his level of intelligence. Robert Magino in the hizzy. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'd lose half my brain cells just looking at his stupid face. So mindful, if you haven't tried Well Your World's whole foods plant-based chili, highly recommended. Perfect for this season, even better with cornbread. Nice. I like our smoky mixed bean chili from our Where Do You Get Your Protein cookbook.
I've not made anything from that cookbook for a long time. Well, I just made the hummus tonight, but because I've been working on the new cookbook, so yeah, maybe I should make a chili. You can look at that file on Dropbox if you wanted to share that. You might not. You might just want to keep asking questions. But I've realised that it is on Dropbox.
What is it?
The file that Emma sent with the mock-up of the first few pages. Yeah, I can't email it to you because it's too big, but it's on Dropbox.
On Droppy. I guess if you can field some questions, I can have a look at it.
Yeah, you be doing one so I can get to wherever we
are. Scott, is there one video or videos that pop out to you as your favourite, most proud of making? Oh, I don't know really. I've sort of forgotten now.
I like the ones in the playlist called Plant-Based Basics.
Yeah.
Just because I feel that they are the most educational and sort of share-worthy and important. You know, stuff like, a video about iodine and, how important seaweed or iodine supplements are. Things like that people might not think of, but that could actually be really sort of life-saving or just really important for you to function and feel your best,
I feel like my beginner's guide to vegan nutrition 2021 is very good. That didn't get nearly enough love, I don't think. I like some of our vlogs we've done.
It's nice to look back at those, isn't it? To remember different events that we went to at different times.
Yeah, I think that's the best I can say. Oh, microbiome video that I did, that's pretty good.
Can't find where we are. Oh, okay.
Rebel Vegan, you could do a budget healthy vegan cookbook.
Yeah, I considered that. Could you share that poll onto your normal Facebook feed at some point? So I did a poll in the Hench Herbivore community asking like, what book would you like next, everyone? And I gave like 4 options or something. So like family friendly meals, budget meals, diet meals, and we're thinking about doing maybe a little mini course about how to optimize sleep. And the most popular idea was family meals, but there's not like as many people in that group as there is following the whole page. So I wanted to see everyone's general views, because I don't want to do a book and then it's not like wanted so much, So I wanted to poll it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ammonia. How do I fix my tendinitis tinnitus? Forgot how to say it. Tinnitus, isn't it? I've never heard of tendinitis tinnitus, but tendinitis is inflamed tendons, so stop inflaming them. So give them a rest and stop eating an inflammatory diet. Eat a whole foods plant-based diet, which is anti-inflammatory. And tinnitus, you don't. You just have to put up with ringing in your ears for the rest of your life currently. I'm sorry about that.
I've figured out where we're up to if you wanted to look for the
Yep.
file. The Wind Waker says, "What's up, gibbity glib globs?" Friggin' boy.
That reminded me how Michael Scott would say like a joke and then like give it context afterwards.
Oh.
Make them wait.
We're watching.
Where is it?
The American Office around again. So you go to all files.
Yeah.
And then
We were on that already. This one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yours looks different to mine. Oh, there it is. So you got to open up and just find the page. So right down the bottom.
What page?
The pages of the mock-ups.
Oh.
That she's done so far. Zosmanovic says he loves us.
I love him.
That's very nice.
He's a great person.
Yeah.
So I've got to switch this around.
Dope Ass Vegan. That is
Joshua.
Joshua, who you interviewed.
He's great.
Hi, hello.
Follow him on Instagram, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're missing out. What's he saying? What's he saying, mate?
Read
it, woman!
Alright! God, you're harsh on my mellow, man. What was the hardest part of transitioning to a whole foods vegan? That's what he wants to know.
None of it. I was so fed up of having to stuff dry chicken's corpses down my throat that I was really pleased and excited to be eating something that actually was enjoyable. And, I was eating high raw at the time. I was basically a lot of fruit, mostly. And I thought it was delicious. So there wasn't a hardest part. How about you?
Yeah, I came from being prescribed a high-fat diet by this doctor. Are you going to show these pages?
Yeah.
Oh. Does she want you to show those pages?
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if it matters, but...
Where was I? I was on it, ready to go.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah. I was eating this high-fat diet. I hadn't eaten like a lot of carbs in like a year and a half or something. And so when I got to eat loads of fruit, I just thought, this is effing amazing. So I loved it. I guess it was hard to... not hard, but I just had to figure out what to eat and how to go about it and like how to plan meals and different things like that, so that was a challenge at first, I'd say.
Look at our new cookbook.
Yeah, so we've got a mock-up of a few pages, just a rough...
Oh, so this isn't finalised, these are mock-ups?
No, it was like she was kind of trying to show us a design idea and just, I guess, see if we like it kind of thing. So we, of course, said yes.
I like these
we always do.
drawings.
She's great at illustrations, isn't she? So
that is delicious.
This is just the breakfast
kind of is really delicious
section. She does like a few pages, and then if we like it, then she goes ahead with it. She's so professional. If anyone ever wants a book put together, Emma.H creates. Now let me find it on Instagram so I can tell you for sure. But yes, Goji Man's wife. She is amazing.
And you did a great job of the photos, may I say? Look at that.
Thank you.
And the food arranged. Oh, super chat. General Mooncat has generously donated 2 Great British pounds, and he's just picking up the old Star Wars spin-off, Caravan of Courage for the win, he says. Ewoks, Canaveral and Coach, and Ewoks Join the Fight, I think. Was that the other one? Oh. Terrible. Did you watch, Minka, did you watch the rest of that Christmas special? Oh, I feel like I'll never be happy again. That was bad. Who's watched the Star Wars holiday special from 1978, is it? 76, 78? It was bad.
Anyway, this was some...
Oh, are these other... Oh, this
just cover ideas.
Right.
But yeah.
So we finished on this cover?
Yeah.
Anyway, buy our book. It's freaking great. 10% off currently.
That's all you're getting.
10% off to pre-order now. It's out next month.
Yeah. I'm just, every time like one's done, I feel so proud and I just love it. It's a great process, isn't it? Putting something together and then you've done it, and it's a lot of work, and then it's like it's out there in the world, and yeah, it just feels really good.
Yeah, you're an author of 3 books now. How does that feel?
Really good. I never thought I'd write one book, you know.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic. I don't find writing very easy at all. I never thought I'd do it, but you can do anything in life. You really can. Like, I don't know, the things that I've done that I never thought I'd do. It's just, I don't know.
See it,
mad.
Believe it, achieve it, smell it,
get on to the next thing.
Take it.
Because we're never satisfied for long. We need to be achieving the next thing. Us damn humans.
Benny Green, did you count how many fights you had when you were a doorman? Well, one night there were 13 fights. 13 fights made their way into the incident log. We didn't have time to write some of them down. So, if you mean total fights, I've got no idea. That was a bad time. Well, I didn't think so at the time, but looking back, it was a bad time. Rebel Vegan, no, that's not for me. Zosmanovic, guys, Oasis or Beatles? None of them. And I think he may have said guys, Oasis or Beatles. Oasis or Beatles? False dichotomy.
Not for me. Not for me.
You're not a fan of any of them, are you?
No, I'm afraid not.
We're boring. No, we're great. Why am I looking on this one now instead of that one? Swap them over again. I'm enjoying Windows 11. It's a bit fancier when it opens the windows out. Beverly, I bought Cleanse to Heal by Anthony Williams. H.C. was ringing years and how to heal it.
He has a lot of claims about a lot of different diseases in his books. I've read a couple of them because he wrote one about thyroid health. But it wasn't until I got to the end of the book that I saw like a little write-up about him as a person and like, oh, he claims to have his information from spirit. And then because it wasn't so scientific, I kind of felt like, I'm not sure about this. However, a lot of people do claim to have benefited from a lot of his advice.
At the end of the day, he's basically promoting a whole foods plant-based diet, so it's not going to go far wrong, is it?
He does promote a lot of specific like herbal things and supplements for different illnesses, you know.
Don't forget your celery juice.
And he only promotes celery juice, so I don't think there's anything bad about
celery
that.
Is now £10 a stalk because of him.
Do you know there are some supplements that he recommends, and I was looking for a couple of them on Amazon years ago.
Yeah.
And it became hard to get, and they'd be out of stock or they were more expensive as he became like more and more popular. So yeah.
Half Greek, your graphics and photos are always on point in all of your books. Well, thank you very much.
We've definitely got Emma to thank for that because
Oh, and Andre's bigging us up as well. I really trust his perspective. Race Lever, what is a Star Wars? Get out of here. Race Lever, my book Speedia Vegan is 11% off and comes out at the end of this month. Total coincidence.
I'm trying to find Emma on Instagram so I could tell you if anyone wants to follow her, but I can't find her profile for her creative stuff, so it's annoying.
Mean cat, I shoved a toilet brush in my ear so I could scrub the Star Wars Christmas special out of my brain. I can understand that. Rebel Vegan is getting on new cookbook next. Thanks, lovely. You're right, nice.
Thank you.
do you know, we really appreciate you guys. You really do support us so
Yeah.
well. And we couldn't do this if it weren't for you.
Yeah, I mean, to start with, like, I created the first book because I just finished doing my counselling course, like, and I thought, I don't want to be a counsellor, well, what am I going to do now? And, like, how can I help to bring in some money being involved in the channel and, you know, help make things more sustainable? I just thought, oh, write a cookbook and see how that goes. And it's actually turned out to be an important part of our income now. And, yeah, if you guys didn't buy the cookbooks or, you know, super chat or watch the videos for us to get a bit of AdSense and stuff, like, yeah, we couldn't do it. So we do really appreciate you all very much.
Big time.
Yeah.
Okay. The big MM. What do you guys have for what is normally called a cheat day? I know it should probably be something healthy, but I am curious about it. What is this cheat muscle and how do I train it?
If you have a cheat day, are you going to then the next day or the next meal or whatever enjoy, you know, quinoa, kale and lentils or whatever you have, you know?
Brussels sprouts.
Like, I think the answer is no. I think for most of us, we need to train our taste buds to enjoy real food and forget and, you know, to let those neural pathways that, you know, in our brain that remember all that palatable stuff make us want it and crave it. I think we need to, like, dampen those down and not keep reigniting
Kill them off.
You know? So I don't like doing cheat days as such. For me, like, sometimes I might think, oh, I'll get something that feels like a bit of a treat because I wouldn't normally get it because, like, maybe it's a papaya and they're not available all the time, or it's a bit more expensive, or, you know, oh, let's get some Medjool because they feel like a treat. You know, I enjoy, like...
fizzy water.
Yeah, fizzy water with a bit of lime. I know probably to a lot of you that probably sounds really sad, and you probably think that we're really, like, missing out and stuff, but it does. We had this conversation earlier today, didn't we?
Yeah.
It honestly doesn't feel like that to us. It used to feel to me a lot of years ago like deprivation if I, you know, didn't have some chips and I was, like, craving them or, like, whatever, you know. I felt like I was depriving myself for a time there, and every now and again I'd have something like, you know, naughty or cheat type of a thing, especially if I drank alcohol. It's so hard to eat clean if you drink alcohol because it makes you so hungry and it makes you make really bad choices. But just the more years, like, not even just, don't have to be years, the more weeks, you know, you eat really clean food, the better you start to feel.
Yeah, and then you don't want to eat junk and feel like crap. You just don't want to.
Yeah, you notice how it feels in your body more.
It affects you so much more, yeah.
And that's it feels a bit unfair at first. You think, oh, most people don't feel anything when they eat this, like, crap, so it's not fair. After a while, you start to think, actually, this is a good thing because I don't want to feel bad.
Keeps you on point. And, like, my question is, who are you cheating? Yeah. Who are you cheating? And what is it Dr. Clapper says, your body is never not looking.
You would say, like, you can't go, oh, over there, while you, like, scoff a burger. I thought that's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I used to, when people talk like this, I used to think that they were bonkers. Maybe they were making it up. They'd say things like, oh, I feel so energized and great. And, you know, when I drink, like, a smoothie. And I used to think, like, really? Like, I just thought they were making it up. I really did. They're really exaggerating, like, oh, this lifestyle's so great, or, like, whatever. But and
I got to the stage where I'd have a greens, like, juice. And if it was within a couple of hours of bed, I wouldn't be able to sleep because I was so freaking energized from it.
You can get to that point. So, anyone who doesn't believe us, you honestly can get to that point. It just takes a little time. And maybe at first, we were saying this earlier today, maybe at first you don't feel amazing when you go on to whole plant foods. Some people do, but some people don't, because maybe you're detoxing, so you maybe have a bit of a headache, or maybe you've been trying eating emotionally for, like, so long and eating junk and stuff, and then you stop eating the junk and maybe you feel your feelings a bit more and that's a bit naff, or you're having withdrawals and stuff, and your body has to adapt and kind of change, and, you know, like we said about the neural pathways, and your tastes have to change and etc. So at first it might not necessarily be great and you might not think, oh, I feel amazing. So in that interim you have to have enough of a reason for you to keep going. You know, you have to have a goal, like, okay, I really want to lose, like, this last 7 pounds, or I want to lose a load of weight, I want to do it in time for this wedding or for this thing, or, you know, I want to feel good, like naked with my new partner or whatever your thing is, you know what I mean? Like, and that keeps you going.
You better not.
That keeps you going in that meantime, before you get to the point where you do feel good on the whole foods, and then you're not missing the other stuff, and you've changed your taste buds, and you know, all that kind of great stuff. I remember I used to smoke cigarettes, a lot of them, when I was younger, and I'd smoke for a while, then I'd quit, then I'd smoke, then I'd quit. And I would always quit and stick with it when I had a good enough reason. And for me, that reason was if I got with a new partner who didn't smoke.
Hello.
And I knew that I smelt gross. Like, and if they were kissing me, they could taste it. And like, I knew that was really off-putting. And I didn't want to be off-putting to my new partner who I thought was really sexy. And I wanted to be attractive, you know, and etc. So that's what made me stop. So sometimes if you want to change a habit or break from an addiction or something like that, I think you have to have a really good compelling reason, because motivation will keep you going for like so long, and sometimes it's just not there. But if you've got that really compelling like goal, that reason can make you stick to it when it, you know, feels more
See, up yours carnivore dieters and anti-vegans, I am hot.
Well, it's never been a question about that.
Well, that's a treat.
Yeah.
Beverly, my other autistic son lost weight. He's thin, lost muscle mass. He's gluten-free vegan. Would you suggest something to help him? Please put on weight. So, I mean, ideally for health, we need to be eating whole foods. But for like a younger person or anyone struggling with, you know, growth or maintenance, then, you know, we need to eat the more calorically dense foods. Ideally, particularly for children, actually, we need to go to a higher percentage of fats in the diet. So nuts, seeds, whole nut and seed butters with no additives, avocados, these are great. And then, you know, more legumes, whole grains, tropical and dried fruits, and less, you know, like apples and, you know, just lettuce. Obviously you need to have some greens. So I'm not saying take them right out. You know, have a couple of servings of dark leafy greens of a day, but don't have a wheelbarrow full, and then you can't eat enough of the calorically dense foods I just described, and then, you know, we wonder why we're losing weight.
Yeah. And yeah, if I don't know if you've downloaded our free nutrition guide yet, but pretty much everything you just said is in that guide, and more, you know, all about calorie density and how to figure out what calories you need, and, you know, which foods to eat, emphasize more for like gaining weight or muscle, and which foods are better, you know, for losing weight. So,
and if anyone wants to know like nutrient requirements for all ages and stages of life, or a new online course actually has a downloadable printable PDF chart of it's just exhaustive. It's every single nutrient, babies, toddlers, you know, infant, child. So a lot of those words mean the same thing.
Yeah.
Adult, pregnancy, lactation, you know.
And we talk through like
it's all in there.
like what if you don't want to count calories like that, you know, it's fine. But then not so much calories, but like if you don't want to program in and note, you know, look at every single thing you're eating, like, so in terms of like dieting, you talk about that, don't you? There's 2 ways of like dieting, and then how, if you want to track things and be more scientific, which is often more helpful, we talk about like the app to use, and we show how to use it and how to plan your meals, and just, you know, all that stuff you might need.
Joking, is it possible to eat too many beans? I eat virtually well over a kilo. Virtually well over a kilo. How does that work? Every day, is that good? Yeah, if your body can manage that and not have things like diarrhea or other issues. If you've got a healthy gut microbiome, yeah, I've eaten a kilo of beans of a day before.
I think if you're eating that many, I think you'd know about it if you did, you know,
if you had a problem,
if your gut was not functioning well. So it sounds like your gut, you know, health is great.
One study, I don't know if it was the Blue Zone study, and it found for every 20 grams of legumes, that's 2 tablespoons of beans per day that people eat, there was an 8% less chance of an early grave. So yeah, multiply that up. Basically, you're immortal.
You'll live forever.
Bloody hell, where was I? Here we go. Rishang in the hizzy, good to see you. Ammonia, I have watched a lot of YouTube videos and I trust your information more than the other others. You research your facts and deliver the information in no nonsense way. Thank you. That's my that is my aim. Andre, I've heard that joke somewhere before. Where have I heard that before, Andre? I know that.
I don't think you'll know.
Good word, so mindful. I think you're allowed to treat yourself just in that circumstance, Betty. That's fine. Zosmanovic, is it okay to have a takeaway once a week? I think we've kind of spoken to this, haven't we, with the old cheat days? But, I mean, is it okay? Yeah, do what you want. Is it optimal for your health? No. Is it too bad on the scheme of things if you're eating nothing else other than a whole foods plant-based diet? But I wonder, you know, people eat, not because you knew of this, but if people say, is it okay to have a takeaway once a week? I just wonder, like, is their diet like 100% whole foods plant-based the rest of the time, or half the time are they eating kind of junk food and thinking like, that's all right, I'm eating some apples and that. So I think if you were eating a whole foods plant-based diet and having one takeaway, but then like, what's in it? You know, is it a load of sugar? Is it a load of salt? You know, you just massively raise your risk for Alzheimer's disease, which is the #1 killer of UK residents now. It's got coconut oil. If your serum LDL goes above 70 milligrams per deciliter, you can start to lay down atherosclerosis and get heart disease, which is the #1 killer of Westerners in general.
Even vegans.
It is still the biggest killer of vegans as well, yeah, as Gemma says. So we do eat at a restaurant. We don't have like a greasy old takeaway, but we will eat at like an Indian restaurant. But the one we go to is low oil. We don't choose deep fried like stuff, which of course isn't going to be low oil. And yeah. But each to their own. Do you know what I mean? Each to their own.
Yeah. And like, I think I want to say as well, like for us, we've got healthier over time. You know, we definitely went whole foods plant-based like overnight, like straight away, and we ate pretty much raw for a couple of years. But then we started eating more starch and more cooked food, and then we started like, you know, going to vegan pop-ups and festivals and different things, and we did try like more of the junkier things. So I'm not saying it was a big part of our diet, but we have had phases of trying more things and then, you know, getting cleaner. And I think like your journey, it's a journey, you know, it's a progression. And so from where some people are, just, you know, always eating a healthy breakfast might be a huge step up and all they want to commit to right now. And some people might say, I've got a health problem, so you know what, I want to do it 100% and I don't want to put anything bad in my body so I can recover and heal. And I guess like wherever you're at is wherever you want to be on that, you know, on the spectrum is up to you, you know. Some people might think, oh, well, you know what, I want to like twice a year, like on my birthday and at Christmas, for example, I want to have a few alcoholic drinks, because that feels like a good way to live my life. Like that will make me feel better than not doing that. And I don't care if I don't live quite as long. That to me is a better life. And if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You know, we're all kind of different. And
I've certainly recently, I've had to go to a couple of family things, and like I did have a drink, and like I just wouldn't have stayed there for half as long or enjoyed it. But I found that was like a sort of social lubricant, and I actually had a great time and really connected more deeply with people who otherwise I wouldn't have done, and like they're not going to be around forever. And so at once in a blue moon, do you know what I mean? So is it okay? You decide basically, each to their own, and it's your risk aversion, isn't it? Basically, risk reward. And
all we can really ever say is that you will probably live the longest and be the healthiest in every way if you eat whole foods plant-based, you don't drink alcohol, you don't eat sugar, you don't have loads of salt and oil and all that stuff, as far as we know.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, you live your life how you want to live your life.
All I'll say is, like, most people probably haven't eaten the healthiest diet ever, you know, so they don't know how it feels. And I would challenge anyone to just go completely whole foods for like 3 weeks, just see how they feel on it. And you know, once you get those benefits, like you're not really too tempted to do otherwise, particularly if you don't let yourself get hungry between meals.
Or you might be at first, because you might not have learned your lesson yet about how bad you're going to feel.
Yeah.
And you do that once or twice, and then
you realise, I looked better when I was eating the healthy food.
Yeah.
Strange that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Jason, a good cheat meal can be Paul's healthy chocolate milk. See his video. Wasn't that like a short or something? Wasn't that like a continuation of the almond milk?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, good memory.
Basically, we've learned how to make things that feel like a treat,
but
that are healthy. That's why I wrote that whole book, the desserts cookbook. It's just every type of dessert you could usually want to have, like, cookies and cakes and millionaire shortbread and cheesecake and carrot cake, all those like things, but they're all just made from whole foods. I really wanted to complete that challenge of put something out there where people can feel like they're having a treat, but it's not like anything that's bad for them. And I think that's part of how we manage to just stay whole foods, isn't it? Because it's not like we just eat like kale and quinoa every day. We've learned how to make things really tasty, so it feels like we're having something. Well, we call the book Virtuous Vegan Desserts. And what was the tagline? It tastes really naughty, but they're not. I can't remember.
Nice.
I can't remember what we called it now, but yeah, basically, that's how we stay on track, really, isn't it?
Can we have one of those cheesecakes soon?
Okay.
Wind Waker. What's the other type of omnivore? One is called obligate, the other is facultative. Obligate, they're obliged to eat meat or they'll die. Facultative, they choose to. So mindful, Gemma, do you feel like you're able to smell things better now that you've quit smoking? How long have you been an ex-smoker?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I've forgotten.
Oh, for sure.
I've forgotten that that's even a thing now because I've not smoked for so many years. So, what did we just have, our 11-year anniversary? So, I probably, did I smoke a bit before we got together? Was I smoking?
I think so.
Yeah. So, I probably was smoking about 11 years ago. For a brief time, like a few months or a year or two, with the odd, cigarette or something. A lot of times I was like a social smoker. I smoked when I drank alcohol because I liked that combination, like how it felt back then. Then before that, I had a break where I didn't smoke for about 3 years. But then when I was single, then I didn't smoke. When I was with you, for a couple of years. But then before that, I did smoke again. So it's been like on and off since I've been like 15. But I definitely haven't smoked for 11 years. And it, you just start feeling so congested and you have like yellow fingers and it's just horrible, isn't it? And then you just quit for a while and you really start clearing out all of that horrible stuff. And I've forgotten how that is when you smoke. And I'm really glad that I don't smoke anymore.
Race lever, how dare you? Zosmanovic, what if my family is religious? Well, veganism is basically a religion, so that you should get on fine.
What if your family is religious? What is that to you? And what is your question, really?
Yeah, what Gemma said. She had a better response than me. Mine was facetious. Scotty, hi Hench, been vegan since April and loving it. Thanks for your inspiration. Well, thank you for telling us that we inspired you. And good stuff. Good stuff. That's amazing. You're welcome, Beverly. Futurama. Now, what was the quote again? Oh yeah, the Star Wars and Star Trek. We did watch. Did we watch all the Futuramas back to back recently?
Yeah, we've run out of ideas for what shows to watch, so we just sometimes go back to shows that we used to watch and we watch them again, which feels a little bit like a waste of life when we do that.
Well, I tell you, we are enjoying The Office for the fourth time round, is it? Yeah.
It sounds like we watch a lot of TV, but we don't. We watch Prime or Netflix or whatever, at night for the last sort of hour before kind of bed. But we just run out of things. Yeah. Oh, you missed that question about thyroid.
Where? Oh yeah, Beverly. I started taking CMOS for my thyroid. I didn't want to take meds. I take steroids for acid reflux.
Oh, it's not really a question, is it? Yeah.
I will just warn you that dietitians are warning thyroid sufferers not to use seaweed as their iodine choice because of the natural variability. And so they actually all recommend now to use a supplement just to ensure that you've got like a steady level coming in. I know how you feel, like I've always advocated whole foods, but now this new information seems to be important for thyroid sufferers.
Yeah, I've just swapped over to a supplement rather than seaweed. And I don't blame you for not wanting to be on meds. If you can get away with not being on meds, then that is really good.
Oh, black cumin powder.
Yeah, I wanted to you to speak of that because I wanted to tell you about something really great that I learned. There's a recent-ish Dr. Greger video on nutritionfacts.org on YouTube. And basically, there was some science, some really good science, showing that people with thyroid problems, I think it was hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's, and it was saying that black cumin seed powder, or the oil, but I use the powder, 1 teaspoon a day in a little water on an empty stomach, and it's meant to reduce your antibody levels and lower your TSH, or increase, I can't remember which way around, but basically your thyroid works better. And I have halved my thyroid medication in the last month because I was taking it for about 6 weeks, and I started to feel fatigued, and my mind was racing and my heart was racing, and I thought, what's going on? And I realised it was symptoms of being on too much medication, which I've not had that for years. So I took some medication out, felt great. A couple of weeks later, felt that feeling again, took a bit more out, and then now I feel good again. So if you adjust, your thyroid is not great, but it's not problematic enough that you need medication, taking the black cumin seed could just be enough to give you that boost that you don't need to go on any medication. So I definitely advise looking up that video and getting some. It's one of the few natural things that actually does something really powerful.
Oh, so good.
And I found a study saying it's good for so many other diseases like arthritis and diabetes, etc. I sent that to Paul. He's going to look at that tonight. But apparently it seems to be the kind of natural thing that is good for loads of stuff. Weight loss as well, apparently.
Remind me to check that out.
Yeah.
So Osmanovic, we are on Mondays and Fridays at this time, basically 7 p.m. GMT. I'll also be on tomorrow morning as a one-off. I normally come on over the weekend at some point. Tomorrow, I'm going to aim to be on at about 7 a.m. That'll just be on my own. And probably Wednesday morning or evening I'll be on as well, 7 a.m. or 7 p.m.
If you follow us on the social medias, then we usually mention when we're coming on, so you can get a reminder. And also, today I thought to start emailing our mailing list, people to say when we're streaming, in case that's helpful. So if you want to be on our mailing list, you could just go to our website, and I think there's a button somewhere to join our mailing list. Oh, a box will pop up to say, do you want to get our free guide? And then if you get sent that, then you're on our mailing list.
Right. Yeah, so we've done all right. Gemma, should we better do some other things?
Yeah, what other things are you thinking?
I'm getting quite tired.
I see.
I've got to wash my hair.
You've got a headache.
Right, so we're gonna bounce. Thanks to the moderators for keeping us troll-free. Thanks for the super chats, keeping the beans on our toast.
Balls from the door.
And the cameras rolling. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow at 7 a.m. if you're about.
7 GMT. I'll just be waking up and doing my meditation.
So 13 hours, 12 and 3/4 hours from now. What else? Yeah, if you want to optimize your health with a whole foods vegan diet, check out our free e-guide, complete overview. Completely free. Our new Speedy Vegan Cookbook is out soon. That's available to pre-order now. 10% off. Our 2 other cookbooks are 30% off at the minute. Yeah. $6.99.
Until
so
that book's released, and then we'll probably put them to full price again.
Yeah. And our online course, complete deep dive, everything we know about nutrition, physique stuff, burning fat, building muscle, delicious recipes, basically 13 videos, all different topics. As I say, the cookbooks, dozens of, well not dozens, but a load of downloadable, printable PDFs, including a complete nutrition chart for all ages, stages of life.
Daily like checklist for all the foods to eat and stuff as well.
It's basically all mine and Gemma's combined almost 20 years of knowledge as a PT nutritionist.
It covers all the things you guys keep asking us on the stream all the time, but also with like demos, so like live cooking demos showing you how to, bake without oil, how to make chips without oil, all the things.
You'll freaking love it.
Live, videos of all the stuff.
You'll love it, Right, we better go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Hope to see you soon. Have a lovely rest of your day, and see you soon. All the best. Bye for now.
Good day to you.
Good day.
Sir and madams.
How do I get off here? There it is.
It's time to make a silly face. Okay.